Welcome back, gamers. I'm Mad Mac, part of OldCrewGaming and leader of the MWO, and today we're jumping back into Satisfactory. That's right, it is week 8. Time to check on some progress. But first, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. With that, let's dive in. Now, nice view of where the factory is going to be. Things have progressed nicely. Racetrack is over there. Factory, specifically the mall area, is over here. Now, here's a couple of things that I wanted to show you because I've discovered this recently by mistake. So I undid it, went back to an old save so I could show you what happens. As you can see, nothing's going in there. But what happens if you put one ticket inside here?
Fix-It sees what you did there. How creative. I have also been creative. There is something extra special for you in the awesome shop. It is a marvel of technology. It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing I found out is something happens if you put your cup in here. Cup? Cup? Did you go in? Went in. That should have worked. Let's see if it shows up. So putting in the cup, in theory, makes it possible for you to open up. It didn't work. Interesting. Originally, it was you were able to unlock the golden factory cart, but that didn't seem to work at all. However, we do know the other thing worked, which was there's something new in the shop. Let's check it out. What's new in the shop? The Cyber Wagon! So check this out. Go ahead and get some tickets. I've got a whole whack of them. And we'll buy ourselves a Cyber Wagon. Now, is this a Cyber Truck or Cyber Wagon?
Unlocked. While creating this, I did not cheat with the width, height, or length. I was able to achieve great capability within the same dimensions and same weight as a normal wagon. Part of this is the fundamental design change. I moved the mast to the outside of the truck. You'll love riding around in this thing.
Ooh. Okay, so first things first, before we build that, I just want to show you off what I've done here. So this is the mall. It's now got everything you need. This is the doggo pen. As many doggos as I can find recently. And then down below, there is more storage. Now this is all the stuff for the what do you call it? The elevator. This is all the stuff for the elevator. So it all comes down here. So it doesn't get mixed up with the rest of the stuff up here. But so everything's up here, all set, ready to go. I've gotten my dump here, so I can dump stuff here after I'm done exploring for the day or building something or setting up a particular area. I can dump it all in here, and it automatically filters into all these bins, any extra going into the sink. Any items that do not match one of these bins ends up in the side bin. So, give you an idea. This is the sink. This is the side bin. So these are things I don't have bins for. But why is Quickwire in here? I'll have to check the Quickwire at some point. So yeah, that makes things a lot easier, a lot more less time consuming. What we're going to do is just drop these off here. We'll head down, and I want to see how this Cyber Truck runs. So the plan is to eventually have this as the personal garage. Blueprint builder down there. Let's see what a Cyber Wagon does. It has square wheels. It doesn't drive. No! No! Wait, hold on. Okay, maybe it needs fuel. Hold on. Maybe it needs fuel. Pick up a package of turbo fuel. Come on. Alright, let's see if she runs. Alright, she drives. Oh, not very well. These square wheels are not my idea of fun. Oh, now we're drifting. Okay, well, this is a nice. Jeez Louise. I can't drive down the ramp with this thing. It is that bad. It is that bad. Alright, so let's give you an idea of what we've taken care of so far. So we're gonna just throw down an explorer real quick. I'm like getting around a hell of a lot faster. So the plan is, I've gotten as far over here as possible, all the way up to the coal mine. And I've gone all the way as far as the oil that way. And all the way that way. That barrier means if you go past that barrier, you start taking damage. So I think this area should be big enough for the mid-game factory. Sorry, I said mid-game. I don't even think this is going to be big enough for late game. Especially because I see how much they've included nuclear in the late game. And that, if it's as bad as it was in the early updates like 6 and 7, we're going to have problems. So the plan is to eventually have as much of this just leading down right onto the ground here. Drive up any point in the factory. I'll have resource nodes collected up to here. And that will make it so that I think, like I said, I think for a mid-game factory, this shall be the right size. Now, the other thing I've been working on is the power station. Now that was also something else that changed quite drastically. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by that. So we'll do this the quick way. Take a shortcut. So previously, before 1.0, I thought I had the perfect place for the all-around fuel factory. I was wrong. Because at the time, there was no such thing as rocket fuel. It went turbo fuel, and then you went into nuclear. And I didn't want to play with nuclear, so I built what I thought was a great spot for a turbo fuel factory and turbo generator. Oh, hello. I seem to be missing part of my letter. Hold on, we can fix that. There we go. So what I've done is I have built a turbo fuel factory that not only produces packaged turbo fuel, but processes the majority of it into fuel. Transport. We'll drop the Explorer back down. Oh, helps if we put the fuel in it. And I'm thinking it might be enough for now. Oh, wow. Turbo fuel really does change the speed for your car. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to build pretty big nuclear power plant somewhere at some point, so that that can take care of late game power needs. Because as much as I love, as much as I love my, oh come on, don't be like that. Really? I need to fix this area. It's a little difficult. Just a touch. And instead, that will be one of the main areas where I can have fuel sent out by drone to where it needs to go in late game. Well, that was kind of cool. Really disappointed about the Cybertruck. Cyber Wagon, sorry. Ooh. I really thought that was going to be better than it was. I also had visions of Cyber Wagon races as well, so you could choose your car between this or the Cyber Wagon, and at this point, no one's picking the Cyber Wagon. I think it was built by Elon Tusk. Ah, Rick and Morty reference. Oh, denied. Haven't done too many changes for the racetrack yet. A few things here and there, but don't want to ruin the surprise. So you'll have to tune in to later episodes to see what I've done there. So just a reminder, we're on our way to check out the turbo power station that I have built. We're taking the secondary route where I have not done much work on at all. Kind of just a straight shot, couple of zips and a flyover area. But I'm quite pleased with this. I'm going to need to do a little bit of cleanup on it at some point, but it's producing a decent amount of power. Beautiful. Yeah, so the plan is I'm going to have the racetrack go down around through there and down around through here before it comes up here. So we've got quite a bit to do, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Please leave a comment if you have an idea of how I could adjust the racetrack, things I could do to the racetrack. I have a ton of ideas. Some of them have worked out really well, some of them haven't, and so I'm just looking for other ideas. What would make a good satisfactory race course? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so we're just pivoting over to hill here. For shall be the wonder. Ooh, frame rate drop. Oh, could tell I'm getting close to the factory. Should have restarted my computer before I did this recording. My frame rate drop is crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out of the car. Oh, don't crash it. Slow things down. Give it time to load in as we go. One of the things I'm going to work on in the over the next month is putting some money away so I can get myself some more RAM, because this base is starting to get big, and some of the stuff when it loads in, it's a little slow. So I'm going to need to fill those last 2 slots of RAM. So here is the power factory. And what's nice about this is everything is self-sufficient. It is all run off of the geothermal and then basically loops back on itself so that it feeds the whole system. Fuel, pressed coal, straight up And then all of these generators. Oh, the lag. The lag is real. The frames per second. And so the way I deal with all this surplus plastic is I set up a nice big long conveyor line to fill it up with making containers. And all the excess goes into a sink. Because this produces a lot of this plastic. More than I can really use. Little storage area here. Transfer plastic bits into plastic sheets, which then turn into plastic containers. Got a main feed for just straight up fuel in plastic containers here. Got the rest going off into this plant, which can produce massive amounts. Good old-fashioned turbo fuel. And of course, a sink here to make sure that we don't suddenly have too many containers of fuel backing everything up. So yeah, quite pleased with that. And in the end, let's remember. So let's get away from that noise. Find a better power pole. That I'm also running all my old stuff from my old bases as well off of the same power system. 20,000 watts, milliwatts. The region that's fluctuating is those are the geysers. You know, natural power. But the max I'll ever need to use currently is 6. I'm only using 3. And my capacity is 21. It will jump. So one of the things I'm thinking of doing is turning this area into a giant battery storage area where all this power will then feed through a boatload of batteries and then off into the real world. Let me know what you think of that. I think that will work out quite nicely. Left the center open, so that makes things a little more interesting for the design. I think the plan is I will put a level over top of this area here, and that will be where the drone depot will be. And they will take fuel by drone to all the locations that need the fuel. Oh. That is the plan for now. As for all the Phase 4 parts, I've looked into it. It's a hell of a lot of work. I do not think I can get it done in a whole week. We will see. But my plan is, with any luck, to have enough of the mid-game base built to be producing these. Now the biggest question is going to be the nuclear spaghetti. I believe it's nuclear spaghetti, right? Yeah, I believe it's the one at the end that I only need 100 of, and that requires nuclear fusion. And I haven't done anything with aluminum. And I haven't even gotten to the rocket fuel. So that is where we stand right now. One thing that I have discovered and I have heard and I may be doing for fun is, in theory, if you go on to your blueprint and you make yourself a so you got a train tunnel, right? Take your train tunnel and you put it partially into the wall. You can then put a train on that drive through the wall and get into under the mountains and stuff like that. It's a glitch, but as much as I hate trains, for me, using that glitch and building a whole network of underground train tunnels to get through the map, I think would be a lot of fun. But that's a long ways away. Very long ways away. And we have other things to focus on, specifically the racetrack. Hopefully what I'll do next week is I will show you a rough idea of the whole track, give you an idea of where it takes. It won't be a finished product, but I'm hoping to at least have it 80% finished. So that's my hopes going forward. So yeah, this is going to be a short video because as much as I want to show you more, there is not a lot more to show you at this point. I now have the power I need, like I said, to get to the mid-game level of base, I think. Ooh. Or factory. I keep missing that damn ladder. And I'm not even sure if the area I've paved out is going to be big enough for that. So, because I'm going to have to add nuclear at some point, and that takes up a hell of a lot of space. So, we'll have to see. So, please remember to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am streaming live Mondays and Fridays on Kick and Twitch now. MWO Mad Mac. Check me out there. Mondays is MWO Friday, or MWO Monday is my my GM mode. Do a whole bunch of WWE 2K my GM mode, and then on Friday is Free Game Fridays. So make sure you check us out there. Check out the latest game on Steam. Epic. That is free this week, and we give us our reviews. This week's is actually another building game similar to Satisfactory, so it'll be interesting to do a comparison. So please make sure you had a good time. Leave a comment if you want to have a certain section of track to your particular style or have an idea for how you like the track. And as always, be safe out there, gamers.